Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Sunny Pancholi, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we aim at with these sessions, a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry titan on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Dr. Ananta S Raghuvanshi. Dr. Ananta is a doctorate in management, TED speaker, and MRICS. She has dedicated 32 years to the real estate sector. She is an industry leader who has served as executive director at DLF, CE at MRMGF, country head India at Damac, and senior executive director at Experion Developers. She is the founder and president of NAREDCO Mahi under the aegis of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. She is a mentor of Change for Niti Aayog's AIM ATL. She is on the advisory board of RICS Amity and NICMAR Pune 2. She is working tirelessly for gender integration, water saving, skilling, and entrepreneurship development. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Morning, Sunny. A very good morning and a very bright, happy Saturday to you too.
Wish you the same, ma'am. So, Dr. Raghuwanshi, could you please let our viewers know about your journey of founding NAREDCO Mahi?
Yes. Sunny, I have been in the real estate sector, as you just said, for the last 3 decades. Whenever I entered any space, I felt quite outnumbered. There weren't very many women in the sector. And, after 3 decades also, the situation hadn't changed too much. So at some stage in life, you realize that you have to take matters into your hand. And I said, in spite of all this success and being in the corner offices in 4 of the best real estate organizations, somewhere I still felt that it would not be right if we did not see a proper, diverse environment in organizations. And I would not have done my role properly if I did not make sure that that happened. And that is how I took over as, the founder and now the president of NAREDCO Mahi. And NAREDCO Mahi's main purpose was gender integration in the sector. But as we grew, then skilling and water saving and so many other things started out. It's a very hard-hitting fact. If you see the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Report, it will take 170 years for women to actually reach and achieve global economic parity. So we are that far behind, and these numbers are pretty alarming. And when you see this, it becomes even more important that whatever is coming in their way, whether it is, elder care, or whether it is children's care, or if it is a safety security concern, or even if it's a respectability concern, because whether it is your industry, the media, or it is my industry, the real estate sector, all come with their baggage. But that doesn't mean, it's always the bad things get highlighted. It's not the good that gets highlighted. And the good is so much more than the bad. And that is a message that you need to take forward. And you have to handle people and then bring the right type of talent into the system.
Rightly said. So, Dr. Raghuwanshi, which of your roles have you enjoyed the most? And could you state some obstacles that you have found the most difficult to overcome and the ways you have dealt with them?
Right. My first job was with DLF. And I have spent almost 24 and a half years out of my 32-year experience with DLF. So obviously, I was enjoying myself. I was learning a lot. I was growing a lot. The type of scale that DLF could offer, I don't think very many can offer that. I had 22 cities, 70 products, across 10 states, and also the price range, right? From a product, a home for somebody who can afford 15 lakhs to a home for someone who can afford 50 crores. Similarly, commercial, retail, it's very widespread. So a hell of a lot of learning and growth happened there. Also, the promoters are all very professional. They've all studied in the best institutions in the world, and they bring a lot on the table. So I loved my stint with DLF the most. What EMAR did for me was it opened my mind to the whole MNC in real estate story, because EMAR had operations in 17 countries. So while here in India, I was with one of the biggest and the best, but then internationally, it kind of opened my mind and I learned a lot. I was with them for 2.5 years. Same with the case with Damac also. That's also another company from the UAE, also very big. They have 70 products there. They have a lot of luxury tie-ups with Paramount Pictures, Versace, and so many others. So you'll really learn about luxury, because in Dubai, it's all about superlatives, largest, biggest. So it's nice to work with both these firms. And then finally, I was with the senior executive director with Experion Developers, which was quite different because it's a fund out of Singapore, 100% FDI fund. And so that taught me something else. But right now, the space where I am in, I must confess, I am absolutely loving it. So, life comes full circle and you realize that joy doesn't come just out of earning a hell of a lot of money. It comes, a different kind of a thrill comes by giving back. So what NAREDCO Mahi has actually given me is the opportunity to change lives of a lot of women. I started a NIRED Institute, for which I'm a course director, which is training people on RERA. So that's the Real Estate Regulatory Authority. It came into being in 2016-17. People didn't really understand it properly, and a lot of people were not really following it in that sense. So we've started a training institute for that, along with Delhi RERA, where the chairman himself of Delhi RERA, Mr. Anand Kumar, is so passionate and so involved in it. Then Nipun, which is skilling for construction site laborers. So वो जो lady आपने त्रिशूल पिक्चरों में देखा है, पत्थर उठाते हैं, उनके बच्चे क्या बन जाते हैं, that's the truth. Now that woman can become a plumber, she can become an electrician, she can be a skilled person. Tomorrow she can even become a supervisor. The government is giving all the help, but people don't know, they do not implement, they do not utilize these facilities. So it gives me a lot of joy to share with you that almost 5,000 women have got Nipun certified. And
Wow.
along with their certification, their pay package and their perks also improve. And if one man or woman, of course, total number will be 40,000, but I'm just talking about women. Sorry for being a little partial here. But yeah, in our industry, men are strong, of course. So that is also, Nipun is very exciting. And then the most exciting is Nirmal Jal Prayas, because that's about water saving. So I love the color you're wearing. Normally, I'm in this color. Today, for a change, I'm,
Thank you so much, ma'am. You're looking fantastic.
But blue. So our planet is blue, Sunny, and India has 18% of the world population, but we have only 3% of fresh water reserves, which means we are having potty recycled water. And even worse, this is what we are going to leave behind for our children and our grandchildren. So Nirmal Jal Prayas is, I don't have those type of funds, but I can definitely do advocacy and amplification of the message. That costs nothing. So creating awareness is something that I'm doing. I have 108 women who are volunteers. I have 50, a club of super women, Mahi Super Girls, 50 of them architects, lawyers, brilliant women who are helping me with this. And I also have 108 school children who are my water warriors.
Wow.
They are my little Bal Jal Sena. Schools in Jaipur, schools in Noida, they tell their parents, nahi, you manage with one balti mein aapka pocha lag jayega. No. You wash your vegetables, use that water for putting it in the plants, mom. So they are my little Nirmal. So in the school itself, I go and I help them out. So this water thing, so these things give a lot of joy. And of course, the rest, it's part of our life, Sunny. We all, at the end of it, we all have to earn our living, and we all have to be financially independent and also to contribute to the GDP of the country. But at the same time, it becomes equally important along with that time from your busy schedules and something which is close to your heart. So if head and heart are in unison, generally you'll be a happy individual. That's what I feel. Since you're asking me about which role excites me.
Absolutely, Dr. Raghuwanshi. So you have a PhD in real estate marketing management. Could you share some of your important findings with our viewers today?
Of course. In real estate, nobody asks about my PhD. There are very few who've done PhD. So it's nice someone's asking me. Yeah. My topic was adaptability and intelligent growth in fluctuating cyclic markets. As you're aware, real estate is, it moves on sentiment, it moves and gets, affected by every little change happening. When the pandemic happened, suddenly the servant quarters became very important. Suddenly the duplex became very popular. So, every lifestyle change that happens in our lives, in our times, it becomes. And whenever you are planning homes, you have to plan them for the future. It's not ki aaj aapne kharida hai. Normally, at least we Indians, even if we buy multiple homes, you always plan it, keeping a, 30, 40, 50-year plan in mind. Same goes even with holiday homes and all that. So the thing here is that my PhD covered 7 years. It was a septidal analysis of trends. It also compared urban and rural trends. I'm basically a marketing and sales person. So it was focusing on all of that, and very interesting facts it threw up. Luxury markets are so immune to whatever the cyclical changes may be. And over a period of time, even that whole pattern about, कि सिर्फ नवरात्रों में खरीदना है या अच्छे दिन में खरीदना है, those trends are also changing so much. Also, luxury for different people means different things. So Sunny, for you, if you have a, e-vehicle, for you, that charging point is a luxury. For somebody else who's suffering from asthma, for them, green spaces is luxury. For somebody who's sports driven, the facilities that the condominium is offering is luxury. So, and for someone who feels claustrophobic, and for them, villa is a luxury. So everybody's idea of luxury is very different. Ultimately, of course, it's location which decides the price, but the facilities and the theme and the USPs are changing very drastically as far as homes, offices, and even the way we shop is concerned. Retail spaces, hospitality also. Yeah.
Rightly said. So, Dr. Raghuvanshi, you have been felicitated with 42 awards and accolades in various categories. Which of them was the most significant or difficult to achieve, and how did you come about achieving it?
So there's always a recency effect. Whenever you're getting any award, it's always exciting and you feel good that your work is being recognized. So we all work so hard in our lives, but if somebody external celebrates your win and is seeing what you're doing, it's very exciting. But there's always a recency effect. We always remember the latest. So in November 22, I was given the Society Achievers Award, and the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra was standing on one side to give it to me. The Deputy Chief Minister, Shri Fadnavasji, he was standing on the other side. So I was standing between two chief ministers. But what actually I said, do I deserve to be here? Because when I looked in front, the others in the front row were Hema Malini ji, Sonu Sood, Madhur Bhandarkar, all my favorite people, Anupam Kher, Mr. Shetty, Siddharth Malhotra. So I was, they were all there. And when I came down, all of them congratulated me. And I was like, oh my God, and Anand Narayanan from your industry, I'm so fond of him. I was like, I said, is this really happening? I was very happy. And also because I was recognized for all this work that I'm doing. Of course, my corporate work that I have done, my 32 years of work was recognized. I felt really nice. Yeah.
Rightly said, ma'am. So what are the technical changes you have seen during your professional journey? What changes do you foresee with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, big data, Web 3.0, blockchain, etc.?
Sunny, I cannot even tell you, in June 91, when I started, okay, um, people didn't have technology, or even when they had those computers, there was those big computers. That was the zamana of basic, COBOL, Fortran. I don't know, you must be, were you born even then? I don't know whether you were in school or where. And then, people had to type everything, and wo garbage in, garbage out hota tha, because even those trained people weren't there to do that. I myself went and, got my computer application course done, because we said, oh, pata nahi ab kya change hone wale, computers aane wale. So I'm talking about June 91, okay? So
Right.
when bookings used to happen for property, and when you got overbooked in big barrels, the applications used to be lying. And then manually everything had to be done, cutting the receipts, doing the calculations, doing the agreements, so much clerical work. From there to now, where you're asking me about Internet of Things, of course I'm excited. I'm so super excited, especially in real estate, whether it's lighting, whether it's about plants, whether it's about environment, the temperature, the humidity, so many things through Internet of Things we can come to know, because you connect so many physical aspects of your life to data. So that's very exciting. Artificial intelligence, I'm happy to share with you, just the other day I read that there's a 23-year-old Russian expat in Dubai. And Sunny, she is running a AI portal in UAE, and she is making, you'll be surprised, 1 million US dollar per month.
Oh, wow.
So when I read that, I was like, am I really successful? What did I do with my life? So of course I'm excited. I am, there is an incubator called India Network, which helps startups in real estate and technology. I'm part of that. I mentor for that. And, I am all for this, including even big data and Web 3.0. Right now, we're at Web 2.0. So I'm very excited to know what will happen. It takes me a while to learn, because I'm from the other generation, as you I already know. But once I've learned, then I really enjoy. And blockchain, of course, for ledgers, it's such a huge safety issue there. And some of these words, when they are thrown at us, I actually asked my son, I said, what is this? And please explain to me in detail. Then I read about it. I'm super excited. See, even big data, I mean, whether it's volume or value, or it is variety or velocity, veracity, how would we know all those things manually? There's so much of data floating around. So you need somebody to churn it out, understand it, make it sensible, analytical tool, which can help us in taking the right decisions, especially in the boardrooms. Because in the absence of data, when decisions are taken on gut feels, companies can collapse. So, yeah.
Okay. So since you are now a corporate governance expert, would you mind telling us what kind of perspectives you offer to the corporate world?
Okay. Am I an expert? Thank you. No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to have cleared the IICA thing. And, I'm also very grateful to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs that they made it so simple, and Directors Institute for, the amazing content that they share. And, it's a huge knowledge pool that one could gather in just a short span of 3 weeks. On 4th of April, I came to know. On 28th of April, I was already qualified. So it is such a lovely thing that, so helpful, because even eagles need a push. So that little push really helped. And yes, if you say so, expert, I will try to be an expert. I don't think or believe I'm an expert, but I do know that my intent is there. I want to take all decisions based on ethics, based on compassion, based on real life situation. And we are also in times when, it's not just about profits. It's people, purpose, planet, and profit. So these are the 4 pillars which I think I would hold on to. I'm already working in the ESG space, as I shared with you, water and net carbon, net zero, and all that. So that is something which will be very important, sustainability for our planet, and even more so for our country. Because for our country, the generation before mine and the generation before them, they were already doing it. They did not realize they are leading a very scientific and a very balanced life, but they were already doing it. It's only in the last 2 generations, mine and the one before us, that everything has been messed up. So much contamination, so much pollution. We have to get back. And I think as people on the board, it becomes even more important for us that whatever decisions we take, of course, we must make profit, and the P&L and bottom line always matters. But at the same time, our decisions should be driven by ethics always. Yeah, I would try to be an exemplary independent board director.
Rightly said. Dr. Raghuwanshi, we are building a community of FaceTime with leaders, and it is aimed at cross-pollination of knowledge, something that will lead to robust corporate governance in India, and build a community of non-executive directors for its robust framework. What's your thoughts about this?
I think it is so beautiful because it's always lonely at the top. And obviously, whoever has reached this level would be having certain qualities for sure, whether it is character, whether it is consistency, resilience, tenacity. A lot of these things would be there with all of them. And of course, competence for sure, because you cannot reach the top of any pyramid unless you really deserve to be there. And then to stay there consistently. So to build a community of these people, I think it is a fantastic idea. It's almost like creating a club, a think tank of brilliance. And I really wish you all the best. It would also get to know these people beyond their work. Because when you create a community like that, it happens. All of us have interests. I'm a Sangeet Prabhakar in classical vocal music. I'm a pageant winner of 6 crowns. There's so many things we do, but those aspects you don't come to know about a person's personality. And that insight would be really nice, about what they do to de-stress, what gives them joy, what keeps them ticking, where does the energy and support come from. So when you build this network, I think that would throw a lot of light on the total personality of the person and not just the professional box, because a human being is so much more than that.
Great. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire the future leaders. Thank you, Dr. Ananta S Raghuvanshi, for joining us today. We wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds.
Thank you so much, Sunny. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for inviting me for this show, and best wishes to Directors Institute from my side as well. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.